Today, I'm talking challenge bosses in Kingdom Hearts. And not just any challenge boss, I'm talking mysterious figure. And not just any mysterious figure, I'm talking birth by sleep mysterious figure. And not just birth by sleep mysterious figure with any character. I'm talking birth by sleep mysterious figure playing as Terra. This fight is a dance with death, and I'm gonna go into it in this video. So let me just get this little side note out of here right now. The reason I think the game's the hardest, well, specifically this boss fight is the hardest when you play as Terra, is because of how strong Lingering Will is in Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. If you play Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix and you fought Lingering Will, he probably whipped the shit out of you a couple of times. Like, let's be honest. You didn't watch any YouTube videos or anything, or any strategy videos. He probably fucked you up the first couple of times you fought him. I know he fucked me up the first couple of times. I was like, how am I supposed to beat this motherfucker? Eventually, you know, I got it down and I whipped his ass. But that's the reason I think that this challenge boss, mysterious figure, is the hardest when you play as Terra. Other than the fact that, you know, he can't fucking have invincibility frames when he tries to use a dodge move. But that's besides the point. So, to start, here's the reason I think mysterious figure, like, the whole fight is just this dance with death. Right? So, where do you fight this person? Where do you fight mysterious figure? You fight him on the ruins of this world. The first world in the game. At night. And it's the ruins of this world that Master Xehanort destroyed. The land that ultimately becomes Castle Oblivion. It's the place where Master Ericus dies. And here's this challenge boss that you have to fight in this small area, in this dark area, seemingly at night in this destroyed world. And that's just the beginning. When the fight starts, you hear this violin. And as the song progresses, the violin gets darker and darker, to the point where it gets to this just extremely violent violin solo, which is dope as shit. Like, honestly, is one of my favorite pieces in all of Kingdom Hearts music. That violin solo is dope as a motherfucker. But that's only if you make it far enough in the fight to even hear it. I guess you could pause the game, but it's not safe. And if you play through the fight and you get to the point where you hear the violin solo, that's when the fight gets super cheap. That's the point of the fight where this ridiculous challenge boss is usually shooting mega flares at you, or fucking casting meteors, or they're turning invisible, just hitting you with a bunch of crazy shit. Think about that. When you hear that violin solo, that's when the fight just gets to be its most ridiculous. That's if you're lucky, because mysterious figure, like a lot of birth by sleep bosses, they don't have a set pattern. There's no pattern. He can start a fight with clones. He can start the fight by going invisible. He can start the fight with laser orbs, which are fucking impossible to evade if you're Terra. You basically just have to stand in one spot and have a bunch of cures and cast them on yourself. Or you can get lucky, and I can't stress the word lucky enough. You can get lucky and block fewer. Or maybe you try and shot lock your way through it. But it's like the laser orbs will stay there, and they'll wait for you to come out of that shot lock. Then they're gonna fuck you up, cause the fight's ridiculous. Those laser orbs are gonna be waiting for you like a motherfucker, like you fucking robbed the store and you went to the back and the fucking shop owner came out with a gun. It's like, fuck your invincibility. We're motherfucking laser orbs. Be ready for this shit. Like, if it was any other game, laser orbs would be a desperation move. And you'd be able to counter them, because in other Kingdom Hearts games, there are certain moves you can use that have invincibility. But when you play as Terra, you don't get that shit. Even if you're doing a shot lock, like I said, the laser orbs will wait for your ass. They won't do shit, they'll just stay there, spectating. waiting, taking their time. And this is the epitome of the dance with death. Because Mysterious Figure, it's not a fight unlike, you know, let's say Sephiroth, or let's say Lingering Will, where these are bosses that you use your skill to fight. You use everything that you've learned in the game to beat these bosses, if you're lucky. You know, you get to a high enough level, or you're one of those crazy people who likes to do level 1 challenges, you use a strategy. But you can't do that with this boss, because there's no strategy to be had. You know, maybe you try and use thunder surges or fire surges, you try and spam the surges, or maybe you cheese them with a shot lock here and there, and hope that the laser orbs or the clones don't just come out and fuck you up ridiculously. Or some other crazy shit that he can do, because he's a ridiculous boss. But, you know, you're hoping you get lucky. This isn't a fight where you use your skill to get through him. It's not like that. Because basically, Mysterious Figure is like another player. You don't know what the fuck he's gonna do. He can do anything. But even more than that, he's like this unbeatable boss. Like, he was put in the game to be unbeatable. To be this final challenge that you probably shouldn't be able to beat. That you're only able to beat when you get fortunate, when you get lucky. That's what I mean when I say it's a dance with death. It's a battle you're not supposed to win. It's a battle that you just keep going over through. And over, 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 until you get lucky enough to win the fight. I guarantee you there's no one alive that's ever beaten this boss on their first attempt with Terra. Maybe Aqua Ven, because you know you can spam their dodge roll, but not with Terra. It's not like that. You have to get lucky. Yeah, I say you probably have to be a certain level, or you know, if you're level 1, it's even more. You have to be lucky. You have to be lucky, and that's this dance with death. Even the way Mysterious Figure moves, he moves like he's a shadow. Like he moves in this way where it's like, here I am. And now I'm over here, and now I'm over here. It's like I'm coming. He just casually walks around most of the fight. Like, you can't do shit against me. I'm this force of nature. I'm this thing that you can't stop. And if you beat me, then you got lucky, and that's it. Maybe I went easy on you, and you got lucky. It's this fight that you're not supposed to win, no matter how hard you try. It's only under certain circumstances that you get lucky and you beat this motherfucker. Now, if you fight him enough, you'll be able to telegraph his moves. You'll know how to dodge certain things, right? You'll know how to dodge his flame vortex. You'll know how to dodge the move that scatters certain attacks. You might be able to block his Doom attack. You know, an attack that gives you 5 seconds to live, and if he hits you with it twice, then you're dead. It doesn't matter how hard you push, how hard you mash the X button, none of that. Because this character's broken. Damn near every attack Mysterious Figure does to you can take all your life. Just one attack can put you in the red. One attack, in some cases, can just put you in a situation where you have no life. You have 1 point. And he has these combos, these combo chains that he just hits you with. Like he's a fucking Marvel vs. Capcom character. He's just hitting you with combo streams all day. Combo streams, combo streams, combo streams, combo streams. Then he can make clones. And his clones can do the same shit. They just gang up on you like it's a fucking team hyper combo. Like he's on some fucking Shadow Clone Naruto army shit. He's going after you constantly, over and over, and you can't break out of it. In some situations, there's no way to break out of the chain attacks. The clones will just beat the shit. They'll gang up on you and beat the shit out of you till your character gets to the point where they're confused and they can't do anything. And you just stand there and you hope. Because that's all you can do. You can hope. And let's say you get Mysterious Figure down to a certain point. Maybe you got him down to 2 bars of life. And here comes the crazy shit. Here comes invisibility. Right? You can't see death now. You can only hope and try to anticipate death's next move. That's all you can do. Here, this is the point where you start getting hit with a bunch of mega flares. Where he starts casting a bunch of meteors on you. Like, what can you do? You can try and dodge them, right? Terra has some invincibility, but not like Vin and Aqua, where he can just spam it. You can get lucky. And that's all you can do. You can get lucky. You can hope that you survive this. Maybe you try and you cast Cure on yourself. You cast Kirga. Doesn't matter. Cura, it doesn't matter. You try and cast whatever you can to heal yourself. Hopefully you have Leaf Bracer. And that gives you some invincibility. But I'm like, look what you're using. You're using invincibility. You're spamming your Cure. The only way that you can recover life unless you have Renewal Block. And the only way you can use Renewal Block is if he's melee attacking you. Which he can do if he's invincible. But you don't know when it's coming. You just hope you get lucky. And block it. And in some instances, even if you block it, it doesn't matter. I fought Mysterious Figure plenty of times where I've had Renewal Block equipped and I blocked his melee attacks. And I recover no health. There's no option. I can't use Counter Hammer to get out of his attack either. This is a broken boss fight. It's a fight that you're not supposed to win. It's a fight that you can only get lucky at. Right? You ever watched someone on YouTube fight him? It's one move that he spams. I guarantee you, when they fight him, there's one move that he spams. And it's when he shoots the X at you. When he does that double X attack. That's the move right there. That's when you know Mysterious Figure is going easy on you. That's the only time that I ever noticed that people beat him. He starts spamming that X attack. I fought him plenty of times where he never even uses it. He'll open the fight with laser orbs and the fight's over. That's it. The first time I beat him, he was spamming that X attack. And you know what? I knew right there that I got lucky. That this was my chance to win. This was my chance to beat death. And overcome this obstacle that should not be there in the first place. I don't even think it's a challenge. Fight a Mysterious Figure. I think winning's just a miracle. That you got lucky and you beat this thing. This entity. This obstacle that shouldn't be there, but it is. Something that you shouldn't be able to overcome. Like, this isn't like any other boss fight where you can fight them over and over and over and have a strategy going into it. This is death itself. Something you can't prepare for. You can try to, but you can't prepare for it. Maybe you can overcome it. But after how many attempts? How many times? How many times did you have to fight this monster? How many times did you hear Terra say something like, how many times did you think to yourself, why? Why did they put this in the game? How is this fair? Look at this bullshit. And that's what it is. It's a dance with death. It's a dance with this monster that should not be there. It's the only fight that I can think of in all of Kingdom Hearts where you just hope that you get lucky. Against Sephiroth, Xemnas in the first Kingdom Hearts final mix, Terra, final mix too. You can prepare for it. Or at least you have a way to cheese your way through the fight, you know? There's something you can spam or abuse and use it to your advantage. But it's not like that in this fight. It's this, you hope you get lucky. If you're spamming anything against Mysterious Figure, you're spamming a cure or a renewal block. I beat Mysterious Figure with Counter Hammer because I was using renewal block so much. That's the only way I beat him. I was basically forced to use Counter Hammer, and sometimes it doesn't work on him. And that's why this fight is this dance with death. It's this fight that you're not supposed to win. Remember where it is. It's on this destroyed world. This place where your master was struck down. In the dark. With this dope ass but intimidating violin solo going on. Death itself. A cloaked figure in the cloak of night. In this silent world with no sound around you. With the vortex in the sky, like everything about the fight looks cool. But it's extremely frustrating. And honestly, for no reason. But that's what Mysterious Figure is. And I can't stress it enough. It's just a dance with death. And this violin, that's the soundtrack to it.
May the whisper of my name haunt your days until I once again return to make your nightmares real.